Call the meeting to order, start with the pledge, stand for the please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call order, roll call, starting on my right.
Councilperson Brent Meyer.
Mayor Jimmy John King.
Councilperson Craig Anderson.
Councilperson Jeremiah Logan.
Looking for approval of tonight's agenda.
We're good here?
So moved.
We got a motion to approve, we got a second?
Second.
We got a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that'll carry. Approval of council meeting minutes of October 28th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve those minutes.
We have a motion to approve, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that'll carry. That takes us to finance and budget. We've got the accounts payable in front of us with the additional listing. If you have any questions, you can ask Finance Officer Kelly.
Why do we give so much money to the Munster County Sheriff's Office?
She's just doing what we told her to.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any other questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that will carry. That'll take us into motions of general business. Tonight, the first thing under motion of general business is a public hearing. And I'm not connected anymore. Attempting to connect, it says.
Alright, so I want to get back up to where we're at.
Get where I can read it.
Yeah. I was trying to look at the map.
We will be holding a public hearing to consider the final plat for Schuman's Business Park 6 subdivision. As you are all aware, during the October 28th meeting, discussion was held after the public hearing regarding the 2nd Avenue Northwest Extension connection to Prime Drive. Since the council meeting, staff has been able to work on some alternative options to avoid having to go through an eminent domain process on the Malcolm property. Since many attempts to work out a mutually agreed purchase of the right-of-way hasn't been achieved due to lack of participation or communication from Malcolm Incorporated. Well, with many other subdivisions, the developer will complete roadway and utility extensions. The city can and has made exception and assisted with cost either through grants or utilizing the tax abatement process. After exploring all options, staff feels it is best interest for the city to still complete the extension at city cost, similar to what was presented in the April 22nd meeting in RCA when potential state funding was in the discussion. By extending the roadway, this will allow the available business or commercial lots to be developed to a greater potential for the city to start generating taxes off these lots. When the time comes that the Malcolm property wishes to annex into the city, the developer of that property will be responsible for the connection. As stated in prior meetings, the development agreement has been signed by the Schuman Family Trust along with the bond for the remaining improvements. Now, prior to me opening this public hearing, we're going to have a motion to rescind the previous motion to approve the final plat on October 14th, 2025, which should be held. So, we need a motion on that? Is that all we need on that? Is a motion to rescind previous motion
To be replaced by what we decide tonight, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'll make the motion and send that.
We have the motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Questions or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Now, I will open the public hearing. Written or oral statements, Cheryl?
None.
Anything from the table?
I'm just a little bit confused on it now. So 2nd Avenue now will just kind of cut off. Prime will cut off. But the sewer water connections are all going to be done underneath, or
The water connection will be completed.
fill me in. I don't, doesn't matter if you approved it or not, I just want to know what's going on.
It's possible to make a connection. It might not be the most practical way.
As long as we're not going to court with Malcolm, I don't care.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, I can see this just being better off in the long run. I mean, it's just waiting until, you know, that other property decides to annex and develop, should that happen.
Brent, you got anything?
I'm still not clear on what we're paying for and what the developer's paying for. That's what confuses me the most is
Developer's already got sewer and water extended to the end, will be.
to the end behind, up to Prime Drive.
Up to Malcolm Properties.
Yeah.
And we will be finishing the connection of the curb and gutter and the blacktop.
And storm sewer.
And the storm sewer,
From where?
from where we stopped them last time on the top.
So it'd be like
of
that 4, 5,
It'd be like one
5.
lot, deep, the one lot.
Basically the entire frontage in front of lots 4 on blocks 1 and blocks 2.
So what are those dimensions, Jenna? 160 feet?
Let's see, 168, well, no, further than that. Closer to 200 feet, there's a curve in there too, so. The frontage of lot 4, block 1 is 266.16 feet. The portion that Schumann Trust has paid for goes right into that.
Yeah, how far, does it go at least like halfway through lot 4 there?
No,
Why does it stop at lot 4? How do you develop lot 4?
Why is it stopping there to begin with? That's, I don't understand. Why is it
I mean, I
stopping?
would think it would go up to the property line, or close to it.
That's my whole thing. I don't
You gotta put a
understand.
hammerhead in there, don't you? So, to make it
until-
developable, correct?
Yeah, as far as I know.
I'm looking at that guy there.
So instead of when way back when Mark was first looking at plating him, he was gonna cul-de-sac that, and we felt it was in our best interest for the city to extend it to Prime Drive. So to get 2 lots where we could collect those.
Right, I'm just thinking like right now, I would think that you'd go as far north as you could on Second Avenue to make sure that if someone did wanna
Oh, we
develop
are.
4 and 4,
We are, I mean, that's what tonight will do.
so
why are
that,
we?
But that's what you're saying, that's what you're saying originally, he wasn't gonna go that far.
that portion of it, would have been paid for by the state grant that we
Correct.
applied for and won if we could have closed Pure Pleasures entrance.
That's a crock of crap, by the way. That whole situation.
Yeah, and it's too bad. We've tried since February. You can see the string of emails of our communications, our offers to Malcolm to try to help out. Marv offered free fill for them to help with their future development. And then we said that with the road connection, we'd even help them with designing at least a driveway apron for them. And there wasn't one response, not a no, not a counter offer, or not an acceptance. And so it boiled down to what kind of compromise can we make and still accommodate our growth and development to continue and have all 8 of these lots fully marketable and then eventually saleable. And then obviously that goes on the tax rolls for us. And hopefully someday Pure Pleasure or Malcolm will come in. But right now, we'll just have the 2 dead ends, similar to what we're doing, just a couple hundred yards to the west. We're designing a dead end until the Lightson property comes in.
We could at least be adult enough to.
So is that hammerhead, if semis come down there, is that
No.
hammerhead?
That's on this side, the other side is.
Is that hammerhead big enough for a semi turn around, or are we worried about that or not?
We're going to have to sign no trucks past
Yeah.
where, whatever is developed where it can go enter into that parking lot to turn around. So right now, it should be no trucks past Quick Trip because there will be no way for a semi to turn around.
Well, would a cul-de-sac be better on there instead of a hammerhead, or I mean, is it, why?
We'll either sign no all that are dead end. A semi that needs to get into one of the lots can turn around in their lot because it's making a
Yeah.
delivery there. It's just the through traffic. And when we talked to Amazon, because at the time they came in, we said there's no promise at that point if we'd get the connection. They said as long as we've got our outlet on the west side, we're gonna be good. And really, that's the only traffic that should be going there is their own, and they've got plenty of room in there.
I was just thinking, you know, a few years down the line, if we're gonna be kicking ourselves because we didn't do it right, then we have to pay to do it again. But
No, I don't think so. Any other discussion? If not, I'm looking for a motion to approve the.
We only do.
We gotta come out of the public hearing.
That's right. We'll close the public hearing. If not, I'm looking for a motion to approve the plat, what's it, 6?
Schuman Business Park 6.
These are all going blank up here. Schuman's Business Park 6.
Ours aren't, so I don't know, you guys aren't turning your computers on enough during the day and looking at your packets or?
Mine works. We all looked at them before we got here.
I mean,
Mine's-
I don't know, because we're fine here.
Resolution 2025, a resolution approving Schuman Business Park 6 final
We're
plat.
fine.
Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Yeah, I'll second it. And I'm doing this like 10 more times probably.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I seconded it already.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. That'll take us on to Second Avenue Northwest Extension. Advertising of bids, plans, specs, and ordering. All right, still not getting it. SEH is working on the revised plans and specifications for Second Avenue Northwest Extension project as modified for state staff recommendations. Staff is requesting council approval of the plans and specs and authorization to advertise for bids. Proposed bid advertisement sets a bid letting date of December 15th, 2025, with council action to award or reject bids at the January 13th meeting. So the action to be requested is to approve resolution 2025, a resolution approving plans and specs and ordering advertisement for bids for Second Avenue Northwest Extension project. Questions or discussion? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll carry. All right, we have that. All right, next item. Fire Department capital equipment.
See you guys.
Bye-bye. The pager replacement, radio pager replacement. The pager replacement is part of a 4-year plan to replace the current VHF pagers with dual band pagers to be compatible with future plans of Olmsted County to eliminate VHF radio towers before 2030. The radios are ongoing improvement as our current fleet is no longer supported and we can't get parts. The 6 handheld radios will go into service upon receipt and we will retain the old ones to use as spares, as we are seeing somewhat rapid failures of the 15 to 20-year-old fleet. Motorola Solutions is providing state of Minnesota fixed pricing. Funds for this equipment are available and planned in the Fire Department Capital Equipment Fund. 10 G5 dual band VHF pagers cost $10,340. 6 APX 6000 handheld radios, $28,626.30. All right, council action required or requested is to approve the purchase of 10 pagers, 6 handheld radios from Motorola. Questions or discussion? Hearing none, anybody want to make a motion?
I'll move to approve it.
We have a motion to approve, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that carries. That'll take us on to Olmsted County Maintenance Agreement.
Every year.
Yep. Annual maintenance agreement, you're right, see every year. You will find the annual maintenance agreement is submitted by Olmsted County. This agreement covers County Road 106 from Highway 63 intersection to south of LeBlanc Drive southeast, 0.84 mile. and County Road 35 from County Road 8 east to the I-90 bridge, 0.42 miles. The city is reimbursed by Olmsted County in the amount of $7,604.74, which is up from last year's amount of $7,455.62. Public Works Director Hale is recommending approval of the contract. Council action requested would be to approve the agreement as submitted by Olmsted County. Questions or discussion? Hearing none, does anyone make a motion to approve the
So moved.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that will also carry. Next is Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, MS4 notification. The city just received our follow-up notification from the MPCA regarding next steps in the process as the city transitions to an MS4 permitted city. As you recall, the city with its growth and population increases have now met the requirements as issued by state and federal law, which all relates to the Clean Water Act for state and nation. This update is for MPCA MS4 permitting process, timing as a new MS4 permittee. Before the MS4 permit application is available, the MPCA must go through the MS4 general permit reissuance process and reissue the final MS4 general permit with and for the city.
What a bunch of bureaus.
Yeah. The
Upgrade that pager.
The MPCA anticipates the draft permit for the informal pre-public notice will become available within the next month. The MPCA plans to provide 2 opportunities for stakeholders to provide input throughout the MS4 general permit reissuance process. Each opportunity will be available for at least 30 days. Number 1, an informal pre-public notice. During this period, stakeholders will have the opportunity to review and provide written input on preliminary version of the new draft MS4 general permit. The MPCA will review all written comments and make changes to the draft permit prior to the formal public notice period. The MPCA will not provide responses to written comments during the informal pre-public notice. Number 2, formal public notice. During this period, stakeholders will have the opportunity to review and provide written input on the new draft MS4 general permit. The MPCA will provide responses to written comments received during the formal public notice. As a refresher, staff has provided an MPCA definition and summary packet for your information on what MS4 means and how the city and the citizens of this community will need to comply with the new rules. This was all presented at this time for council information.
I think the citizens are as excited about that as I am.
Bill, in there, when I was reading it, it says for cities 10,000 or more. Why are we're not at 10,000 people, why are we getting hit?
It's for cities 5,000 or more when you are on an impaired water and river is impaired.
So.
Why do you guys gotta know so much?
We get to join the fun, you know. So anyway, you know, as Sean and I have said way back when we got the initial notification, well, we haven't heard from them for quite a few months here. So this is the follow-up, so we thought, well, start that education process, which is what they're gonna want us to do for our public, like you said, Craig. And start new rules to get the follow.
Government waste any more money than time. I mean, honest God.
All right. That takes us out of the general business. If you have no other comments or questions. And in the mayor's staff and consultant reports, mayor's report for tonight. The city would like to send their sympathies to a lot of families tonight. The families of Jordan Engel, Margaret Kelly, Faye Clausen, Connie Thompson, Ross King, Bev Nagel, Gene Smith, Olive Peterson, Gloria Marcher, and Terry Bowen. And we're running into that time of year again. It's getting to be the fall season, the holiday season, and St. John's Fall Festival is November 15th. The Thanksgiving 5K, of course, on Thanksgiving is at Grace Church. Sock it to them is until on November 30th at the Old National Bank. And the Morning Lions Tree and Wreath Auction supporting NAMI. Check the star for more details on these events. There'll be other ones coming up, I'm sure. And, once again, we'd like to thank the American Legion and Auxiliary for continuing a tradition of service. We'd like to thank all the veterans. We had a very nice, veterans program at the high school yesterday. Very well received by the young people. They did the pledge, they did the national anthem, they did a lot of nice things, and they were more than attentive to the talk we had from a young lady that was in the service that showed up. And I hope they got something out of the speech I gave them, but it was well attended, and the kids were well behaved, and I'm really appreciative of that. And we went to the nursing home, visited a few of the old veterans there, and they sure seemed happy to see some people. I did not get back for their program, did you, Bill?
No.
They had a program at 2 o'clock, I didn't get for that, but it was a good day overall, and a nice day. So thank you, everyone, and don't forget our vets. That's all I've got. Bill?
A little longer report this time in your packet, but a bunch of items. I only want to highlight two. Obviously with all the news going around this region about data centers in the state, the city of Byron, Lewiston, and us are working with the U of M on a research project that's going to help lay out what kind of demands do these data centers have, whether it's water usage, electrical usage, any infrastructure, roadway or otherwise, depending on a size acreage they'd be looking at. Deeds told us that more and more we'll probably be looking at Minnesota, including our area. And then the other thing, of course, we want to weigh that out versus what kind of tax revenue will that bring in? Will it help us with different things? And so before we jump into any of that, those projects, we're wanting to get through this grant project. And then that shows the citizens here, we're doing our due diligence of what those demands could be, what you can require of a data center before they set up shop. And it's gonna be a part of our future. I don't think hardly any citizen is gonna wanna give up their phone, their live streaming on TV, their computers, their laptops, their smart homes, their smart cars, whatever. Well, guess what? All that stems from what the data center helps with. And so it's gonna be a part of our future. So just gives you a heads up on what we're doing, like I said, for due diligence, and we'll see how that progresses or if opportunities present themselves. Then the other thing is the Southeast Minnesota League of Municipalities that we're a part of, their last quarter of the meeting dealt with should there be a regional development commission or organization in Southeast Minnesota. And so you might hear more about that if that's the way to go. We're the only region in the state that doesn't have one. And so we'll start hearing those discussions of pros, cons, or otherwise, if that should be a bigger setup to help with cities, townships, and the growth of this area. So just letting you know, and then thanks to Jeremiah. He helped serve on a committee the other day because ROCOG is working on a safety plan. And so Jeremiah sat in with us to help contribute citizen responses and then things that our city's dealt with too. So thank you.
All right, any other questions for Bill?
Oh,
All right, thank you, Bill. Next will be Public Works Director.
plans.
Oops. Finance Officer, sorry, Kelly.
That's okay. No, I don't have a report.
I love the way you operate.
Public Works Director, Sean's gone for the week, but he has his report in. We're staying busy with vacuuming the leaves daily, and hopefully the weather doesn't go bad on us, because there's a lot of leaves out there piled up, ready to be vacuumed yet. See, they got the parks ready, getting ready for the cold this weekend, so the guys are busy right now. Got everything ready to go for snow for them. All right, city engineers report, Jenna?
No report.
No report there either, okay, now when it takes us to the fire chief, he left his report, as you heard, they just went flying by, they got a call.
What was that you guys aren't needed?
It must be a gas leak or fire alarms or something that they don't send us.
Right. I was gonna say, it's gotta be something that to me wouldn't be all that important.
Yeah.
So the report is here for us, which we appreciate. And library director's not here, pool director's not here. Committee commission board reports, Chamber of Commerce. I see nothing in the packet. EDA, HRA, we meet next Tuesday. Finance,
We'll do it next week.
you gonna meet next week? Does that work out with you, Jeremiah?
She asked me about it, we're gonna check with you on what works for you first.
Anything will work.
Okay,
Library,
I'll meet next week.
art board,
Monday,
see we got minutes in here.
yep. Not a whole lot to really talk about, we're looking at pavilion for, Rolling Ridge and a couple other small projects. So, about it.
Personnel,
I presume upcoming soon, right?
Next Tuesday.
Next
Yeah,
Tuesday?
3:30.
Okay.
alright, P and Z. Public safety.
I was slow to enter my stuff, so the October's things will be in next meeting and if there is a next meeting, but nothing special.
Public works, nothing right now, ready?
We'll meet next Monday.
Roll call, there's minutes here, you got anything to add to that, Bill?
Yeah, just that they're finishing up, well, they did finish this transportation plan, so that just got approved by ROCOG. And then we're working on that safety plan, and so that should be coming forth. Both are available online on the ROCOG County website, which is a part of Olmsted Counties, if you want to link it up, because they're pretty lengthy reports or project items. So.
Thank you, nothing from the Transit Advisory Committee. Under communications tonight, we have the long-range transmission planning project from Dairyland to Dairyland's Heartland, which does not really affect us, but we have the opportunity to go to meetings.
Yeah, they just asked if we'd help spread the word to this region. Yeah, it's power line upgrading from Marion over to the Mississippi River. But one of the meetings, informational meetings, is gonna be in Grand Meadow. So we got notice, and it's just to let citizens know they can hear more about it.
All right? Anyone here want to use the open mic? Nope. Last motion of the evening.
Move to
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?